This is the day to Liberty Farm where we stayed. It's a beautiful location and a beautiful stay.
Liberty Farm, a beautiful farmhouse in sunshine. Our kids loved this place due to the bunker beds and the in house cat. The views from the room were fantastic, leading to miles and miles of trees. Our plan for the day is to visit Denali National Park. Denali National Park, known for the tallest mountain in North American continent and abundant wildlife. Before that, our farmhouse host Linda arranged a splendid breakfast for us.
Hello, good morning. This is day two in Alaska. We are in Liberty Farms and this is the breakfast we are having. Our host Linda is so awesome, and the breakfast we have is here. So we got the oatmeal, pancake, fruits, potatoes, and oranges. Awesome location, awesome breakfast.
All our plans for Denali National Park went in smoke just like that. Due to the wildfire, the park was closed. We even had a bus tour of the park and were told these tours are cancelled. Now we were left with what next? We quickly regrouped and, after deliberations, came up with Plan B. In this episode of Passage to Good Times, it's time for the magical creatures, sugary syrup, and dreamy lakes. Reindeers, the magical creatures made iconic through the Christmas stories. The legend of Santa Claus's reindeers pulling a sleigh through the night sky to help Santa deliver gifts made them immensely popular. We found about this special place called Reindeer Grove where we can feed and interact with the reindeers. Graham, who owns the farm, was very welcoming and accommodative to include our group very last minute in this reindeer tour. Our kids were eagerly waiting to meet these friends of Santa. Graham runs the reindeer grove and is very passionate about it. He can talk about the reindeers and the boreal forest for hours. The grove itself has 4 reindeers, but that also provides up and close experiences. It's a fascinating experience seeing the reindeers and petting them. We even saw a baby reindeer which was 2 weeks old. Also, be ready for Graham's dogs, which are the friendliest dogs you will ever see.
Hello, Zephyr girl. Come here. Let me get
We learned many new things about reindeers. We did not know that even female reindeers have antlers, and these antlers are shed every year. It was a great time with reindeers. So, if you are in Tarkatina area, Reindeer Grove is a nice place to visit. If you or your kid like pancakes, most likely you love the maple syrup. Little did we know that there is also another syrup called Birch syrup. The next place we are visiting is the Kailina Birch Works for a factory tour and tasting experience. The tasting tour starts outside of factory where they show the birch trees and how the latest technology of tubing is used to extract sap from these trees. It is fascinating to see Wi-Fi sensor on the trees and latest technology being used here. The tour then goes into the factory kitchen where sap extract is converted to
processed
syrup.
within 24 to 48 hours. We had 28 days this past season, and we cooked for 21 of those days. So within 24 to 48 hours, it does go from sap to syrup. When we first bring it back, we run it through our RO machine, our reverse osmosis machine back there. That's going to remove about 90% of that water and leave us with a 10% concentrate. If we skipped that step, we would have to use the evaporator for about 40 hours, and it does take 16 gallons of diesel an hour. So we utilize the RO machine so that this process only takes us about 5 or 6 hours. It cuts that 40 hours really down by hitting the concentrate.
The flavor of birch syrup was distinctive with almost caramel-like taste. It was interesting to see the process of making the syrup and taste the fresh syrup. There was a factory outlet where there were many
Just
birch
now we saw
products.
like how they make syrup from the birch trees. This is the process. You see, we saw all these processes there, and we also get to taste the birch syrup. It's amazing how water or a sap from tree becomes syrup.
We had a quick lunch stop at Subway, which by the way is the only Subway in around 100 miles radius. Next, we headed to Talketina Lake Park. This park has some lake names which are unique: Lake X, Lake Y, and Lake Z.
We are in Talketina lakes. There are many lakes here, and this lake is named as Lake X. Then on the other side is Lake Y, and there is a smaller lake on the side called Lake Z. Then there is also a heart-shaped lake. Pretty nice trails in this lake park, Talketina Lake Park.
It's a lush forest of spruce, cottonwood, and birch trees that provide quite a setting for hiking, canoeing, and fishing. The hiking trail around the X Lake is around 3 miles. The trail around the lake is mostly flat with some variations. The views are serene and the walk itself is refreshing. What we did not get is why these lakes are named as X, Y, and Z. We even joked that maybe it was named by Elon Musk. But what was not a joke is the beautiful lake, the clear waters, and the hikes in this forest. When we started the day, we were stumped by the wildfire situation, due to which we had to change our plans. However, the day eventually turned to be awesome. The reindeers, the birch syrup, the X Lake were very memorable. Just like in life, I guess we need to just keep moving and hope that things will fall in place. What we could not change was a stay for the night. Originally, it was booked due to the proximity to Denali National Park so that we can check into the hotel immediately after the park visit. But due to change of plans, now we have to travel to this place. Cantwell, a place just 30 minutes from Denali National Park. So close yet so far. It's raining outside and we are in this rustic lodge. And here I am making the Maggie, which is quite popular among our kids. Tomorrow we are going back in the time and traveling into the old days when trains ruled. Did I say train? More interesting places to visit in the next episode of Passage to Good Times.